Good afternoon on what is a grey, overcast and changeable day. It is Thursday the 18th of August. I have a nice hot cup of tea. And some parcels to unbox. So the next one I'm going to do is this one. Here. Done. Inside, what I have got is that, so let's find out what this is. Careful with the knife because it's quite tightly packed, so quite a little thick book in there as well, so don't want to cut that. Just gently slice through the plastic. Sorry, just being careful here. There we go. And pulling this open, what I have got is an adventure for Mothership, the sci-fi role-playing game, Abilities Considered Unnatural. And this actually really is quite a thick little booklet. So what we've got inside is, first off, straight off, table of encounters. And the great thing about this is, about most Mothership booklets, scenarios that basically come in this digest form, but they always make a great use of space. They really fill it up with all the tables and contents that you need. So we've actually got a table of encounters in Sable and an overheard and a table of overheard rumours. And that I like that it's differentiates between rumours that you picked up by talking. This is just overheard rumours. So this is actually from Silverarm. So let's just have a look what it just says here. So confidential document, authorised mining corporation, contracted parties only. 7 years ago, the Kadar rhodium mine at outpost S4813 was subject to labour dispute resulting in an uprising. Recovering security logs showed workers turning industrial equipment and on overseers, resulting in unauthorised casualties after anomalous spherical objects of unknown composition was unearthed. Pursuant to the agreed contract, you must recover the anomaly and deliver it to the Chief Officer Mamuto Adela for extraction to the Sharp Company flagship, the John Henry. Mobile magnetic field vacuum flask provided for transport. Payment of 1 million credits and commutation of all Sharp debts authorised upon completion. Local reports indicate rebels from the Kadar mine possess abilities considered unnatural. Proceed with caution. Lethal force authorised. Your team has 72 hours until orbital bombardment commences. Great setup. I mean, basically, gives you a sense of immediacy and urgency. So essentially, that's the blurb for the benefit of the player characters. Essentially, it's like a letter load. Here's the communication of your debts or sentence and so on. You've got kind of a Dirty Dozen style mission, and they've got an explanation of what happened. And what's going on the world of Kaha. The various factions, and again, great use of different page colours, just to really break up, sort of like, so it's not monotone. And this is joined by a setting. You've got the really nicely done map and overview of the town of Sable and the mining town of Sable. You can see basically all its facilities, like the landing pad up here, various buildings like the mining buildings and so on, smelters, that sort of thing. And then goes into detail about the town itself. So what happens when you arrive. There's a message board with just random posts you can roll on, which means that the game master or or the warden is free to really kind of develop this as she wants, in addition to the main plot. And then we go into the descriptions of the various locations. So you see the first one we have there is Elmo's Canteen, complete with NPC breakdown, and it extracts them sort of like the location there nicely from the main map over the page. So There we go. Elmo's, and there, and then they take it out straight out. So you can identify where it is. That's what the building looks like. This is what, and this is where it is on the map. I'm just going to do this again and again for the various locations in Sable. So we just go through there. So Dockyard and Masha and Wynn's house, yes. So all the way through like that, just continuing on. Different various locations, different in detail, talking about the various NPCs, the buildings, and so on, and what the player characters can find there. Essentially, when they land, and then of course the secrets of what's actually going on there in the temple. So we've got approaches to the temple, and of course the obligatory 1d100 I search the body loot table, which it almost has become obligatory when it comes to Mothership, and we've got floor plans for the shrine, and then we'll come to those in a bit, and then internal spaces has got maps of the archives. Presumably this is part of the mine. For living quarters, so essentially, I think what it looks like is like almost the mine itself has been turned into a temple. So on, basically going lower and lower and deeper into the mine, accompanied by this quite nice artwork. All the way down to the utilities level. We've basically got a list of all the NPC locations as well included. Always useful because essentially, we're trying to find NPCs could be a pain. And floor 5, the breakthrough into whatever it is that the miners found all those years ago, and the player characters have to go. So essentially, they land, they investigate the town of Sable, gather what rumors they can, and then they go into the temple. Almost sort of like it's almost like a classic dungeon, but a science fiction dungeon. So yeah, that's Abilities Considered Unnatural. But also, what you get with it is a couple of other things. You've got nice little postcard. You have Escape Sable, which is mini pamphlet adventure which comes with it. Nice inclusion. So that's sort of like covering, you've been there, you've got to get out. Essentially that's covering the aftermath I'm going to suggest. And then you have a separate map sheet, so you've got a plan of the town, so you can have that ready to hand when you're referencing the core book. And same again for the temple complex. So yeah, nice little fold out pamphlet map, and that all sits in the middle of the book, like that. So there we go. That's Abilities Considered Unnatural, and I think that's a really nicely done little package for Mothership, the sci-fi horror role-playing game. That it's essentially it's one of those role-play games that has spurred on quite a lot of the imagination in the hobby, and I mean joined again with things like Mouse Ritter and also Old School Essentials, but this essentially is the science fiction equivalent. So I look forward to giving this a review at some point. Obviously this is the sort of thing you can easily take and drop into your science fiction campaign, depending upon what you're playing, or you can run this as one shot or as part of the campaign, also essentially, or a mini campaign in itself. So yeah, available from Silverarm. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then I should be holding it like this, of course. Then if you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with parcel and a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge, or of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. Once again, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, appreciate that. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.